Most people are just meism, theism. So their religion is her lamb, his lamb, we lamb, they lamb. Just like we follow Islam, they follow they lamb. Her lamb, his lamb. So it's ologies and isms, and there are names to most of them that we're going to go through. They should be clean in their appearance. Now this is very important, brothers and sisters. The way you look. The way you look. Now I'm not saying you got to dress I'm not saying you got to dress like the brothers with Farrakhan with a bow tie and all that. I'm not saying you got to do that. But I'm saying that you have to determine for yourself. Every Muslim should determine generally how they dress. Now I'm not saying that you have to have a special Dawah uniform or you got to have a special type of dress, but generally the Muslims should determine for themselves, do I want to dress like Kafirs or do I want to generally dress like a Muslim? You got to ask that for yourself. Now if you don't really want to be known as a Muslim, then all you got to do is get all the designer stuff and put all it on, and nobody will ever know that you're a Muslim, especially if you don't act like it. But if you really want to give dawah, there should be something about you that when somebody looks at you, you distinguish yourself as a Muslim. Your clothes should be clean. If you're wearing jeans, there's no harm in putting a little spray starch and run an iron over them. No harm in that, brothers. You don't have to look like you just jumped out of a washing machine, a dryer. Just because you're a student, you know, you throw the stuff in the dryer and just throw it on and run out. Well, that's all right, but not for dawah. Because most people in the working world, they do not walk out into the street with clothes that they just pull off the dryer and put it on. Is that right or wrong? Now, I don't say you have to, but I'm only saying to you that in many cases, people are going to judge what you got to say by what? The way you look. A student invites another student in their room to give them dawah, and they haven't emptied the trash in 2 weeks. They haven't made up their bed since they started school. They got clothes under the bed, over the bed, around over there. They got bottles, cans, and chips and takeaway trays all over the room. And when they come inside, say, "Oh, excuse me for a minute, I'm gonna get this here book for you." Now, what example do you think that sets? The wrong example. The da'i should organize themselves and spend some time. Organize your room at home. Organize your clothes. Organize the area where you want to give dawah. Think to yourself on the campus, if you're on the campus, think of a room in the campus that's your room. It don't have to be your room. It's just a special room on the campus that's open for everybody. But when you want to talk to somebody about some dawah, say, "Listen, yeah, you got 20 minutes? Yeah, I got a little room over here that I usually sit in. It's nice, it's quiet, and it's already set up. You might put a little posters in there, little setup. So when they sit down, it's like a doctor's office, isn't it? You see the difference? It's on your terms now.